Really sorry. Really sorry about that. All right. So having said that, we have already checked the profiles. I think let me just go back to sharing my screen and let's go direct to the intended purpose of the day. Can you guys hear me now? I'm sorry, that was a network glitch. So I'm glad you guys are taking action. Oh yeah, we should check out some Twitter profiles just before I leave. We can check out some Twitter profiles here. MD Delicacies. Okay. So quickly, let me just follow him back. All right. MD Delicacies sells some delicacies. That's nice. Follow that guy. So crypto enthusiast baker. Short and sweet, like the Twitter style, but make sure at least you can talk about your bakery. Like I say, you can say what you focus on. I bake this and this and this, something like that. Crypto enthusiast is also not enough. You can talk about what you can even say I'm bakery or blockchain in the bakery, or blockchain in the what is it called? In the kitchen, something like that, something catchy and like that. Thank you for retweeting everything that we posted. Perfect. So now let's go directly to the introduction of the Web3 course. I want to know, by the show of hands again, right? I asked this yesterday, probably were not here. I want to know how many people understand crypto. How many people don't understand what Web3 is, what crypto is. We have 26 people in the building. How many people understand? You can say yeah, you can raise your hand. CZ, I can see you. Anyone else? Just raise your hand. I'm gonna see. Because this is absolute beginner course. Someone who does not completely understand anything gonna understand that. Obwedo Mwenga, you watch a fella, bro. I know you, my brother. Anyway, if you don't know about anything about crypto, please raise your hand. Fakama Sibanda can see you. All right. So Abdul, all right. Fantastic. Great. So let's get right into it. So I'm a professional digital asset manager, certified, and also a Web3 educator. So, and that's exactly what you're going to do today. And I'm going to take you through, the process is super simple. All right. It's a basic introduction theory, just 2 classes today and tomorrow. And then from next week, we're going to have practical lessons where we're going to deal with real money. We're going to deal with actual buy and selling of crypto, how to buy, how to sell, all those things, how to store, how to research, all the nitty-gritties that you need to know practically. I don't want to have any theory classes going forward, but of course, we have to start with some basic theory for everyone to be on par, right? And then we're going to have call to actions on every single class. So today, there's some things you're going to do, like the things we talked about yesterday about polishing the profiles, and you guys are seeing you went and did it. So today, we're going to have also call to action, or what you're going to do based on what you're going to talk about today. And we're going to start with the introduction of crypto theory. And theory session 1, we have already reviewed profiles on Twitter and LinkedIn. Perfect job you guys are doing. So now let's get right in. All right. Let's talk about my story. All right. So who am I? Why am I even credible to talk about this information right here? Why should you even listen to me? Okay. So my journey began in 2017. I'm going to make it as short as possible. I really like talking about my story, so I can talk about it the entire day, okay? So in 2017, I was in campus. I was in my 2nd year. After wasting my entire 1st year and pretty much the 1st semester of my 2nd year in campus, doing drugs, just thinking about partying, it was all about that. Nothing much. I can even count the number of classes I went I attended. And I remember it was always it was always a funny moment when I get in class, because people are like, I used to get to class late. I'm this tall guy who, attracts attention, skinny, tall, skinny guy. And because I was in Mombasa, it's a very, very tropical area with a very high humidity and, very high temperatures. I used to wear these college t-shirts, not t-shirts, but vests, but the ones that college, not college, but basketball players play. I used to play basketball a little bit. So I used to come in, eyes red as fuck, and I'm getting in probably 20 minutes past the class has already started. And everyone was just getting into this laughter, and, they're looking at my eyes and they're like, what? This guy is just on his own leg. And everybody looked at me as a failure, looked at someone who's not focused. I was the guy. If you would have asked anyone in my class, especially in first year, nobody, absolutely nobody thought I would have, even done anything with my life, because that is the kind of person I was. And I used to get into exams, and lecturers are like, yo, are you in my class? No, because they never used to see me. And I would only show up in cards and examination. So there's this fun day in 2017, mid 2017, and I was, smoking my weed, and I was just there thinking about my life, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming from a well-off family. It's not like I have an inheritance that I'm expecting. It's not like I know there's a job that my parents are going to organize for me, or my uncle. I didn't have anything for me after I'm done with campus. So I was just like, okay, so is this the life that I'm going to live every single day, and I'm going to continue doing all this shit? And remember, I was trying to fit in a certain class with guys who their parents were, well-off guys. And you never know, guys. So that thing struck my mind. I was like, you know what? It's time now to quit all this shit and start focusing on what I want, and really build on my future. So I was doing journalism and mass communication, Bachelor of Journalism and Mass Communication. And we are in our second year, or second sem. I personally don't know. It was second year, first sem. We don't have a studio. I have never used a camera in my life, let alone a video camera. And I was so devastated seeing that 1.5 years are gone in campus. I literally know theory. I don't know any practical bit of journalism. So we went to this event that was organized in a certain neighbor school, which is a college. Okay, so this is a university, and now we are going at an event in a college organized by, a film board in Kenya that was trying to push a certain agenda in the journalism sector. So I went, and I was seeing these video cameras being operated by guys, and I thought probably these are guys in their fourth year who understand these things. And I went to talk to one of the guys who was operating the video camera that was covering the event. And I realized that this guy was actually a fresher. This guy was a first year in first semester. He already knows how to operate these video cameras. In fact, he's actually in charge of it. And I was really baffled by that. And I was like, wow. So this guy actually knows a lot in terms of the practical, setting up microphones, everything, all these things. And I know nothing, and I'm going to my third year. And that also hit me. And then I remember we are going to have one unit that was basically purely dealing on design. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna cut it in the media, because that time when you're doing journalism, it was only about you being on the face of a TV company, or you're in radio and you're a news anchor and whatnot. And I remember one of my friends joking around telling me, hey, which news anchor station have you had that is lacking news anchors and is looking for one? And that struck me, and I was like, okay, so if I'm competing to become a news anchor with all these universities that are actually teaching practicals, they have studios, they have even people running studios in their first year. This is the college that is already having first years run studios. They even have their own radio station. as a whole university, we don't have a station. We only have a very small room with one computer and just a room where you can record your shit without a noise. And it was crazy. So I was like, okay, so let me try this design thing. Probably this one might work for me because I'm not cut out for that other part. I'm not gonna be able to compete. And I started doing self-taught design, graphic design. Okay, so I'm very good at graphic design, but nowadays I don't like doing it. I don't know why, but I have a good eye for design. So I started doing graphic design, doing tutorials every day on YouTube. And it was really hard that time because I couldn't afford buying bundles. So I used to go to school very early in the morning because there's a certain part of school that has better Wi-Fi than others. And when in a bad time, you find people crowded and the Wi-Fi is now bad again. So I used to wake up really early at around 3 a.m., go there, use my laptop, download all those videos on YouTube, download them so that when people come in, I no longer need the net. I just go now, just jump on those tutorials. And I had my Adobe package, Adobe Photoshop, Premiere Pro, InDesign, and all those, the entire Adobe suite, and started now, learning my design slowly by slowly. And then I remember I cracked the Photoshop thing where you can remove your background and you put your background like in Dubai and something like that. And I remember that baffled a lot of my classmates, and they were like, wow, everyone wanted me to do it for them. So I just had to, I just had to, I just had to, I just had to ask for a payment. Now, if you want me to put you to Dubai, give me a payment. If you want me to put you in a beach place, I started asking for payments, and I realized people are even willing to pay for that. I was like, okay, so give me 100 bob. I'm gonna do that for you. So when I started now doing the design course itself, really, what happened is that do I don't understand this polls. Okay, so what I understand, admit. So what I did is that now I was so good that the lecturer now was leaving the lessons for me to teach, because themselves, they only knew theory. I was the guy who was not doing the practical itself, doing it. These guys just taught us theory. So I was actually doing the class, teaching people how to remove those backgrounds or whatnot. And I started doing posters for events, for parties and whatnot. And I started being good at it. I started loving it. I started seeing that recognition, and it was instant, because I used to make a poster, get 500 shillings, remove a background for someone, get 100 bob, do that a couple of times. And I was now starting making money. And remember, I was starting this thing, I didn't need any money. I was just doing it to become perfect at it. And then something happened. I started posting on groups on Facebook where other designers were. And immediately after like 2 weeks of posting, some guy inboxed, and that guy was in India, and he wanted a logo for his t-shirt design company. Remember, now I'm starting to do a lot of things, not just Photoshop. Okay, I'm creating logos, I'm creating very nice designs. So I quickly did that, and did a couple of reviews, giving back. Once he was satisfied, he wired me $28. And that was the first time I actually even opened a PayPal account, because he had to pay me via PayPal. And I was like, wow. So this guy just paid me, and he's way, way, way a place I would never even reach. Probably I will never even meet him. And he paid me just for making him a logo. And I trusted him. I did the work, and he actually paid. So that was a big eye opener for me into the online world. I realized that, okay, so I don't need even to focus on these small posters here. Let me focus on marketing myself here, because this is actually more money, because that $28 is around 3,000 shillings here in Kenya. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. And that's a lot of money for a campus student. Remember, that's a work that I did in one night. It's not like I did in a whole week. One night, 3,000 bob. And I was like, crazy. Okay, it took me a long time to get another project, but the catch was, it lit that bulb in me that, yo, this is doable. You can actually make money online. So doing that, I continued doing that for a minute until now. This guy who he had deferred from school, he was in front of me. So we were in second year. This guy was in third year. So this guy came back, and after his 1 year deferment, he came back to our class. Once when he came back to our class, this guy was skinny like me, but then now he came back huge, and he doesn't even have time for classes. He doesn't even have time for assignments. So he was paying me to do the work. So it got to a point now I was not only doing his design work, I was also even doing these other assignments. And he has no problem paying me, because I was like, yo, bro, for this work, I'll charge you 500, bro. I'll charge you 1,000, bro. And he's like, money is not a problem for me. You just do it for me. Wow. So I was crazy. I was like, this guy cannot be making, if he's giving me 1,000 bob freely like that, he must be making a lot of money. So one day I said, okay, let's have a coffee. I need to buy you coffee. I need you to tell me how to make money, man. This is what I'm doing is not cutting out. If you're giving me that kind of money with ease, then you must be making a lot of money. And we had coffee. So the guy apparently was a salesperson for a petroleum company where they were selling these lubricants to, they were wholesaling lubricants to other retailers. And this had made him a lot of money to the point that he had opened his own retail outlet. And remember, he's selling to himself at very good prices, of course, some backdoor deals, and he used to make a lot of money. Crazy. But then he was like, no, but then there's a friend of mine who is even making more money doing design, but now interior design, not graphic design. And I was really baffled. He was showing me his Facebook page, and I was really, really baffled. And let me just show you. Let me just even stop talking so much and show you. I hope my Facebook account logs in. Nice. Because, oh my God, that was crazy. It was a very, very big eye opener for me. And I was like, okay, this is crazy. All right. So let me show you what exactly he showed. It's called Shivin Interiors. He still does that work to date. And I'll also show you my page. No, 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 no. Okay. Who are these in the waiting room? Admit all, please. All right. Shivin Interiors. Let me just show you this guy. All right. So this is the guy. This is the guy himself. You can see him right there. Just, he looks like me. People used to say we were brothers. So this is the kind of work that I used to do as well. So this is the page that I looked, and this guy was in his fourth year that time doing this kind of project, and it's crazy. It baffled me. I was like, wow, if this guy is a fourth year doing this kind of a project, then I can also do it. Okay. So we met with him, and the only way I could have met with him was in the church, because he used to go to church on Sunday. That's the only time he was not busy. So I had to start going to church, guys. That's how I started going to church. And guys, you have to know that you have to do whatever it takes. In this world, you have to do whatever it takes to make ends meet. So for me, it was more of, hey, I need to go to church to meet this guy. And I met this guy, and he introduced me to the online world of now interiors. So this was my page. This was my page. You can see me right there with my big smile that used to lure customers a lot. Can you guys see this page? Yeah, so these were my fundis. That's how we call them here. But basically, these are the guys I was subcontracting. Remember, I didn't know nothing about construction, so I had to pay guys to come and do the work for me. So for my work was just getting clients. So that's a video. I won't play it, or I can just play it for you guys so that you can see how active I was that time. Proud of myself. Yeah, that's one of the latest projects that I did before I was out of that. And these are the kind of projects that I used to do. All right. So this is just to show you this is just to show you the kind of work that I used to do the last 4 years. So uh let's get away from that for a minute. But I just needed to show you that so that I can show you where I'm coming from. So long story short, I got into the interior design space under the wing of this mentor of mine who was now achieving interiors. And I got to, experience a lot of, to learn a lot of things in terms of sales, in terms of operations, learning how to manage a team, learning how to, solve problems, because construction, guys, it's always a lot of chaos. A lot of something wrong has to happen. It has never gone smooth. Always there was something wrong had to happen somewhere. So I was a very critical problem solver. I really learned how to problem solve at all given times because my team was looking after me. There was nothing that my team was thinking. It was all me, and they were waiting for solutions from me. So, long story short, I did the interior design business, did incredibly well until 2020 when COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, something changed. Things changed, of course. Now clients started, slowing down. People are now not spending that much on luxury. People are now looking into the important things in life. And then I had now that's when I stayed in the house for like a month, full month in the house. Remember, I was used to going out every single day. That really dawned on me. I was like, okay, so if my ability not to go out can affect my earnings, how about me looking at something else that I can do that doesn't require me to get out of the house? And then I had to now look for solutions online. And I tried a lot of things. I tried affiliate marketing. I tried a lot of crazy shit online. You see, when you type online, when I come here to YouTube, okay, when I come here to YouTube right now and say, how to make money online without money, because that's, of course, at that time I want to look for. And when you look at all these videos, especially the top 10, all of them probably are talking about agencies or affiliate marketing, or just crazy things that probably you cannot do. You can see even this one is from I don't know if it's from Kenya or where, but you can see this guy, they're talking about ways you can make money online without having to invest anything. And I tried all those things. Probably, I don't know if these guys are just advertising them as easy, but there's nothing easy. That's when I realized there's nothing easy. There's nothing like easy money. So I was like trying to look for an easy solution to make quick money. There's nothing, right? So you have to work your way. If it's affiliate marketing, you still have to invest your time in it. It's not going to be free money. Okay. If it's what else? Doing all those surveys, all those ways of making money online, you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. There's nothing as a my I there's nothing as at easy money. Okay. So fast forward 2020 passed, and I get in 2021 April. That's when Bitcoin hit 59K. Okay, just before it went to its all-time high, to reach almost 49K, sorry, almost 50,000 right there. And I was like, okay, back in 2018, my roommate we were in campus with, he was a techie, he was a dev, and he was, you know, juggling around trading, and he mentioned it, but I never, you know, paid attention. But that time Bitcoin was at 3,000. This time round it's at 50,000. So I was like, wait a minute, this thing, I saw it at 3,000, right now it's 50,000. And I casually posted on my status, WhatsApp status, and said, hey guys, it's time to start talking about Bitcoin or looking into Bitcoin, because guys, this thing, I just saw it move from 3,000, now it's at 50K. I don't know what's happening, but there's something going on here. And one of my clients inboxed me and told me, hey, I'm actually an investor in crypto. And I was like, can we have coffee, please? Because now I'm interested. And we had coffee the following day, and that guy showed me his account. And this is what blew my mind. So this was my introduction to crypto. So this guy shows me his Binance account. He had bought Dogecoin at 0. I don't know, 0 what. And at this time around, it had already 10x, because he had bought at 100,000 shillings. And at this time around, 2 months later, remember it's April, and he had bought it at Feb. 2 months later, his account is almost hitting 1 million shillings, and is just shy away of like 10,000. It's 990,000. I was like, fuck. So the past 2 months, this guy has 10x his money. And for me, the past 2 months, I'm struggling here with clients making 100,000, 50,000. Just, it's not small money, but it's small money now compared to this 10x in 2 months, right? So immediately he referred me to Binance, opened up a Binance account. And if I had money right there, I would have bought Doge right there and then. But this guy was not telling me that I wait or anything. He just told me, you go buy. This thing is going up forever. Oh my goodness. Went home. First thing I got home, buy Doge at 0.72. I will never forget that price, because it has never gotten to that price again. 0.72. Because its all-time high is around 0.75. So I bought at 0.72. And it's crazy because you can even just go through the charts right now, guys. Let me show you. Let's go to TradingView, because I remember looking at the charts and I was like, this thing is gonna blow up. Oh my goodness. So I had $500 in my savings ASAP, got into that market ASAP, and I bought it. I bought Doge worth $500 without even blinking, without even knowing what Doge is, without even knowing what crypto is at that particular time. So when I go to Dogecoin, let's go to Dogecoin Binance. Let me remove this scary stuff right there. So let's go to the daily time frame so that you can see. You can see, and don't worry about all these things. You're gonna learn all those things going forward. I want just to show you what happened. Let me just even go to the weekly time frame so that it's easier. Okay, so you can see here, price went to 0.74 at all-time high. This is the highest price which Dogecoin has gone. Okay, 0.73. Where did I buy? I just bought here. Let's go to the daily time frame. I bought here, right here at 0.72. 0.72. What has changed? Okay, so right here, just before the high at 0.72, that's where I bought. And you can see what happened immediately after that. Sorry. It's not 0.72. Let's go back to its all-time high. Yeah, here. So you see here, crazy, I'll never forget this. If you look at this other side here, you're gonna see the price, okay? So this day here, you can see it's May, all right? So I had bought on April. April was just about to finish, right? At around where was it? April, somewhere here. April was around finished. So on May, when was this? On May 4th, 0.72. I want to go to 0.72. We need to go to 0.72 right there. Okay, right there on May 7th. That's when I bought Doge, and I really bought at the top. You can see here at the top, and immediately after I bought, that's when the token started dumping, and it has never gotten to this price again. You can see going forward, okay, going forward, it has never gotten to that price ever again, right? These are the point where we are now. It has never gotten to this price again. So I remember it dumped 50% one day, got this relief bounce again, and I was like, no, 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 no. I'm getting out of this trade. I can't be seeing my money lose just like that. And you can see that is my introduction to crypto now. That is how I got introduced to crypto. Crazy. So I'm calling this guy, hey, you told me this thing is gonna go up forever and forever. What's happening? Then this guy is like, just hodl. And that's when I started now learning new terms. What is hodl? Oh my God. Crazy. Anyway, long story short, that's how was my introduction. I was like, okay, I've already lost my money. This time around, it's around $180 from $500. I was like, okay, so now am I gonna still hold, or what am I gonna do? I've already lost my money. So let me learn this thing. Let me understand what's happening with this. This is 2021. Okay. So I started now learning and then realizing, oh, there's now you can trade. You don't just hold. You can also trade every single day and make some small gains to add up to your investment and whatnot. And I started trading. And then my first trade, I remember I put in $200, doubled it in the morning in less than 5 minutes to $400. And then I went to work and I came back in the evening baffled, and I was like now already now thinking how I'm going to double this amount to get to a point where now I'm financially free. And then I remember I lost that money that same day. And I was like, wow. So I can double my money as quickly and I can lose it all as quickly as I did double it. And that was now the real awakening of my introduction to crypto. Like, yo, this is a place you can lose money. This is a place you can make money. So you better choose which side you want to. So I started now learning other ways to make money in crypto, not just trading. So I realized, oh, there are shit coins, there's Shiba Inu, there are micro caps, there are these good tokens that are still very little you can buy and wait. Because remember 2021, after they made them, things started recovering and people started making money. People are just making money buying any shit coin, just anything. They were just making money. So I started making some real money. This is now the time NFTs are starting out and crazy. People started making money, and I was like, okay, now at least I can see things are coming out. So by the end of 2021, I already knew that I already knew what I wanted to do, which was trading. So in Web3, there are a lot of things. Okay, and I'm gonna discuss them going forward. Web3, you can be a developer, you can just code on the blockchain. Okay, you can also be a trader like me. You be making money every single day or weekly, but short term, you just profiting off short-term movements in the market. Or you can just be an investor who is looking for long-term gains. Okay, or you can be a community manager like Pfizer. Okay, you can be a designer who is focusing on the metaverse, and you be a metaverse architect. There's a lot of things to do. You can be an NFT artist, and you can just focus on art and music, anything around art, and you can sell your stuff as NFTs and make money. We're going to go through all that, so don't worry. Okay, so that's pretty much my story. So in 2022, that's when I started now focusing solely on trading, and that's when I realized I started looking for mentors. I realized there are no mentors here in the crypto space. There are no mentors who I can actually look up to and say, hey, I really like this guy. He's giving me some motivation and whatnot. So what did I do? I started now documenting my journey. That's when I started doing TikToks. That's when I started doing my YouTube channel. And now I started talking about everything that I'm learning. I didn't come across as an expert. I came across as this guy who's just learning things and posting what I'm learning. And that's what we're going to talk about when you get into the content creation course. Okay, you don't need to be an expert to do something, to talk about something. You can just talk about what you're learning. right? So it's more of documenting your process. So today you come here, you learn about blockchain. What is blockchain? And you're like, okay, go tweet. What is the, today I learned about what is the blockchain, okay? Today I learned about, what crypto is, what NFT is, and that's exactly what you're going to do. So long story short, now that is my journey. I've been into the trading scene the last year, and this year I'm gonna even go bigger and better. All right. So now I'm currently working Digital Cryptos Group as a digital asset manager, and I also now do the Web3 education now as building a brand and a name for myself. Okay. So having said that, let's get into the juice of why crypto is the future, how crypto came about, and it's very simple, guys. If you look from the beginning, how money was being exchanged, okay? We started with gold, okay, where people are using gold to exchange. No, we started with barter trade, okay, where people are just exchanging goods with goods. I give you gold, you give me a sack of maize, right? Went there and people are like, no, 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 no. We need to now, we can't quantify a full goat and a bunch of maize. We don't know how many sacks to compare with this. It was hard to do that. It was hard to carry these goods across. So we started like, okay, that's when precious metals came in, gold came in, and we were like, okay, so now with this amount of gold, you can buy this. Great. Then now gold became scarce, and it was like, okay, now we can't be able to also carry all this gold, and it's scarce. What are we going to do? Let's introduce paper money. That's when now paper money came in, and the gold was put on the side, okay? And in 1971, that's when President Nixon, the United States, removed the gold standard, which means every dollar was supposed to be backed by a gold. Now the gold was removed, and now they were allowed to print dollars as much as they can. And that's where the paper money came about. And then we moved from the paper money, we went to the electronic money, which is now the bank digits that you see on your bank screens, account balance, or M-Pesa. If you're in Kenya, you understand what I'm saying, right? So now the blockchain came about in 2008 when Satoshi realized that the governments are printing money in excess, all right? Now the gold is put away. Now every dollar is not backed by gold, so they can print as many dollars as they can. So blockchain came as a solution to that, where now we can track every single piece of electronic money that's there through the blockchain, and nobody can adjust it, nobody can remove it, nobody can corrupt it, because it's basically having like a DAO where you have a lot of people who have to make a decision. You see, if I am the only one who's controlling the decision of when to print money, how much to be printed, it's very easy for me to print any amount of money that I want, right? But if it's 100 people who are deciding, then probably we have to come to a quorum. The majority will win. So if 70% of the people say, no, don't print money, then it's not going to be printed. So that's how the blockchain works. A lot of people come together to secure this network and make sure that this network or this crypto is not interfered with. And until everyone is in consensus, until everyone agrees, that's when now things move. And I'm going to get into the blockchain and all those things tomorrow. Today is just an introduction onto why crypto is the future, okay? And I want to go through some facts here very quickly, okay? So why crypto right now, okay? Crypto has been here since 2008. So it's not like it's starting today or it started yesterday. It's something that has been here for the last decade, and it's continuing to grow stronger and stronger. In fact, they're saying that it's innovation that's faster than any other in history at 80% annual growth. So when you're talking about 80%, it's crazy because nothing grows at 80% annually. But crypto is. People are adapting crypto every single day because every single day people realize that, oh, the money that I have in the bank is not that secure, okay? I can have my own bank by having my own crypto in my own wallet. I don't need the bank to transact. I don't need the bank. Right now, if you have money in your bank, you have a limit. I had this in Nigeria can confirm this. There's a limit you have been put how much you can withdraw, and it has been reduced dramatically so that you can start using the CBDCs, right? And that's going to happen in Kenya as well. So Crypto allows you to become your own bank. You can send me your crypto anytime. I can send you crypto anytime without having to ask permission, even if it's at the middle of the night, even if it's at what time, at any amount. So that is the solution that crypto came to solve. At the same time, it's super, super secure. All right. So if you look at this chart here, you can see the crypto user adoption versus the internet user adoption. And this is the curve of the crypto users, right? And you can see it took longer for the internet to get to 1 million users than it has taken crypto to get to 1 million users. And why is that? It's because people are of course, right now, people are more receptive to adopting technologies. But then again, it's the fact that people are seeing the value or seeing the need of having crypto as a solution to their money, on how they handle money, how they, treat money. And then transaction volumes are growing every single day, right? You can see small retail is small here, but it's still growing every single year, right? And this is Africa in orange, and these are all other regions. So you can see in Africa, it's really, really growing. In fact, the professional realm is also growing really quickly. So you don't want to be left out in this movement. You don't want to be the laggard. You don't want to be the person who is waiting for the finish line to adopt crypto. You don't want to be that guy. Okay. All right. For Kenya, you can see the ranks in terms of crypto adoption and crypto owners. India is the first. Of course, these guys have billions of people. So having 100,000, 100 million owning, it's crazy, right? USA is number 2, Russia, Nigeria right there. You guys are very, very big on crypto. I like that. But now in terms of percentage, Kenya is number 2, because now percentage, of course, factors in your population. So right now in Kenya, we are 51 million. It means 8% is around 10 million right there. Okay, crazy, right? Nigeria is 6%, but remember, it's 6% out of how many people in Nigeria? Almost 300 million. I'm not sure, but that's the rough amount of number. But you can see how African countries are really adopting. South Africa right there. It's crazy how this movement is going. And if you just sit down and look at it, you're gonna be left out. Okay. And I always love using the analogy of M-Pesa. So M-Pesa and crypto came about the same time. It's around 2007, 2008 right there. Okay. And M-Pesa, I remember when it came to Kenya the first time, people are saying it's witchcraft. People are saying it's impossible. At that time, it was unheard of sending money through your phone. It was crazy. People talked negatively about it. People said it was not safe. And it's true. Some people lost a lot of money through the process. But then that did not mean that it was not a revolutionary technology. And those guys who opened M-Pesa agents back then, they made all the money. Right now, opening an M-Pesa agent is meaningless. Okay, the same way with the people started doing P2P transactions for crypto to help you buy crypto. Those guys who started back in 2015, 2016, 2017, they made all the money. Right now, it's super saturated. If you're dealing with small amounts of money, you are not making any money, right? You're just basically making money for the exchanges and the banks. So this is still not too late, right? And you can see BTC performance in the past 10 years compared to other companies, right? This is a Walmart. These are the big companies that we all know: Amazon, Apple, Visa, Microsoft, JP Morgan, Facebook, right? Berkshire Hathaway, the company run by Warren Buffett, okay? Walmart, Alibaba, all these companies, Bitcoin outperformed them. Why? Because people saw the need in the Bitcoin revolution. And those early adopters 10 years ago, they made all this money. They made all this money, guys. Okay. BTC performance versus other assets. You can see, okay, if you invested in gold the last 10 years, you would have made 28%. If you would have hold bonds, 21%. If you would have hold bonds that are non-bank, 20%. Cash, you would have made 16%. Really. Because of inflation, you would have lost even money, right? Equities, 15%. You can see all that. Crude oil actually made a loss, okay? But Bitcoin would have made 3x your money last 10 years. So I'm just giving you some statistics to show you that, hey, it's not just theory, it's actually it's backed by numbers, all right? And you can see Bitcoin versus traditional assets ROI, okay? You can see that the last 1 year, the last 2 years, the last 3 years, the last 4 years, the last 10 years, you can see that. Crazy. Gold has actually lost money the last 10 years. The S&P has made only 2x. Bitcoin made 457%. Crazy. All right. So I hope those numbers can ring a bell in your head and tell you that, hey, we're not just talking. These are things that are happening. And these are things that they are backed by facts and numbers. All right, I can see it's already past 9. I don't want to take much of your time. I'm a person who loves keeping time. So I'm just gonna finish up with the risks involved, okay? So of course, there are risks involved in any, when you're dealing with money, there are a lot of risks involved, okay? Volatility is one of them. Bitcoin has dumped, you can see Dogecoin, it dumped all the way from 0.73 all the way now. The current price of Dogecoin is at, let's see, the current price of Dogecoin is at 0.08. You can see. So this is the volatility we're talking about. You can, if you bought at the top, now you're bleeding. But there's someone who has bought at this bottom right here, is waiting for it to pump again and make some money. So that volatility is a very big risk. If you're not willing to stomach it, please stay away, right? There are a lot of scams right now. A lot of people are getting scams. A lot of Ponzi schemes coming out there saying you can make 5% ROI every single day. I've been part of those scams, especially last year. Lost a lot of money in them, okay? Lost a lot of money in this perpetuated Ponzi schemes, okay? So, guys, I'll tell you something for sure. So let me just make sure that my internet connection is okay. Fantastic, great. So let me just go back to, all right. So now, yeah, there are a lot of scams involved. So if you take part of, if you are part of any crypto-based scams, don't say that crypto is a scam. Just know that you got scammed because you are naive, and not just because you are naive. Probably most of the time it's because you're greedy. You wanted quick returns. That's why people get scammed. I also was part of that, right? Taxes. So right now, people are saying, oh, crypto is not regulated, so how are people going to pay taxes and all that? I mean, that's one of the advantages right now, being an unregulated market, okay? You can evade taxes using crypto, but that's just meantime, okay? Right now, the meetup that we have on Friday, it's about how CMA is going to regulate this stuff. All right. Oh, there are these session calls, guys, okay? Make sure you tell us if you're following up or you're confused or you're taking notes. Let us know what if you're understanding, if you need any clarifications or whatnot. So having said that, this year we expect to have regulations, which means that even in Kenya, they want to regulate crypto so that they can regulate these crypto companies, exchanges, wallets, and whatnot, so that now it can be legally accepted and people can start now even advertising without fear. People can start paying taxes at least and now make things formal, all right? So now, today I want us to have this call to action, okay? I want us to know that we need crypto news resources where we can learn what's happening in the crypto space every single day, because this is a fast-paced changing, it's a very, very fast-moving industry. Things are changing. If you just delay a week or two without learning anything about crypto in the news, you're gonna miss out on a lot of things. A lot of things are happening very quickly. So you have to be at par with the narrative. You have to be at par with what's happening, what companies collapsed, what's going on, what are the new companies coming up, right? How are you going to do that? You have to have a Twitter account. You have to go to Telegram and do that. So I'm gonna send links on the Telegram, on the WhatsApp group, on Telegram groups that you can join. But then on Twitter, you can just come here on Twitter, okay? Good example, just come to my profile here, Kimani Capital. And if you want to know people to follow, just come here and say, you know what, let me look at who Kimani is following. And then now start looking at them. Of course, you don't need to follow our president if you're not in Kenya, right? But just come, look at people, just go into these accounts, look into them, right? If you see that they are active and they are creating content, make sure you check them, especially the blue check marks, okay? Go check them out. Like this guy called Mario, right? He holds spaces on crypto like every single day. Just come, check him out, follow him. Probably gonna learn a lot from him as well. Learn a lot from his tweets. That's how you start now networking. Look at people that you can network with in Twitter. Join those Telegram groups that I'm gonna send, and then tomorrow when we meet, we're gonna talk about the Twitter accounts that you should follow. We're gonna talk about that, the Telegram groups that you're supposed to follow, and then now we're gonna go down again and talk about what the blockchain is, what crypto really is, the top 10 coins, what is investing, what is trading. We have decentralization, what is centralization, and then we're gonna have crypto jargons that you need to know, and I have a PDF for that. And then we're also gonna have now to download Binance, while MetaMask wallet and Trust wallet, so that now on Monday we're gonna start now practicals. Now, if you have your Binance wallet, you have a Trust wallet, and your MetaMask, now we're gonna have practicals starting on Monday, which is gonna be amazing because it's gonna be amazing because what's gonna happen is that those guys who you also need to have some money if you don't if you want to take part in this, all right? You don't need to have a lot of money. You can just have $10 in your M-Pesa or in your bank account, so that we can do these things together. I want this to be a very practical session. So practically, I'll be showing you how to buy and sell, how to receive or send crypto. We're gonna do all those things together, and make sure that you get it. So it's not just about learning. Theory session will finish tomorrow, and then from there we're gonna on Friday, and then from Monday we're gonna start practical sessions once you download those apps. So right now I want you to go and follow 20 crypto calls. Crypto calls is key opinion leaders, okay? These key opinion leaders on Twitter. And then once I send those Telegram groups that you can join on the WhatsApp group, make sure you join them, because that's where we're gonna get now those updates on the crypto space and whatnot. So I've really talked a lot. I really feel like my throat is dry right now. So I want to answer one or two questions that you guys might have before we close up. I can see it's already.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
So my question is that the CBDC and crypto, what is the similarity between them?
All
or
right.
the difference, you can say?
That's a
number
one. Okay.
The second question is that the forex trade, is it we have a space for, I mean Web3 for forex trade as well as we have crypto?
All right. So the first one is the similarities between CBDC and the crypto is like they're all built on the blockchain. The only problem is one is decentralized, the other one is centralized. So the difference is that CBDC is being built on the blockchain by the government. So that means it's being controlled by the government. And for those who don't understand CBDC, it means central bank digital currencies. So it's built by the central bank so that they can be able to track, because it's in the blockchain, they'll be able to track all your transactions. So the same way like you transact in the bank, and the government can ask the bank of your transactions. So now they don't need to use the banks. They will be just all that information will be in the blockchain into one ledger, and they can see that in there from themselves, and they can track your spending and how you move your money. So that's exactly the difference. The difference is that centralization bit, but the similarity is that they're all built on the blockchain. The other hand, when you have your crypto on your MetaMask wallet, for example, nobody knows, unless I go to the blockchain and check your wallet and track your transactions, okay? I won't know who I sent it, all right? I just see the wallet address to the person I sent it to. I'm not asking for permission, and nobody can know. If I don't want people to know, people won't know, right? I can do it at my own pleasure. But with CBDC, people, the government is watching, very, very active on that. All right. And then the second question is how are forex traders gonna be onboarding Web3? So for now, we are talking about crypto. If it's trading, we're gonna talk about crypto trading. No, the forex industry is a whole different industry that will need a forex trader to come and talk about it. But for here, we're gonna talk about crypto only. So I don't know if that answered your question, bro.
Yes.
Fantastic. So Pfizer is reminding me to make sure that you guys talk about the session on Twitter and LinkedIn. Make sure you go and follow those Twitter key opinion leaders that I just told you. I just showed you a trick on how to get those guys. You can just go to my profile, check who I'm following, and follow them, and make sure that you go and follow them and start talking about it. Okay. So remind them to talk. Where have you ever pulled to any crypto scam? How did you track for? Yes, man. I have done. There was a company called Bitstream Circle. It was telling us to invest, and we're gonna get 5% every single day, and we actually did for like a month. And I remember withdrawing some money, but then it collapsed one day, boom, and then it went. And a lot of schemes are happening like that. You have to refer friends or whatnot. So I will be talking about how to spot these scams in the coming classes. So don't worry, all that is covered. You can remember I have a lot to talk about, but I have to divide them in sections so that you can be on one page. Wow, CBDC still back due to currency. Thanks. I watched a video on it. Thanks, Kimani, for more insights. Okay, we're gonna talk about more on that in the coming lessons. So stick around. Okay. Any last question before we close up? Any last question? So remember, don't forget to tag us a 30 days curious hashtag, okay? And today is day 2. So make sure you put that in mind. And I hope anyone who doesn't, who was doubting crypto or was basically in their mind listening to what is this thing that I'm getting myself into? I hope the stats have shown you the things I've talked about today are giving you a perspective on exactly what you're getting yourself into and why you should do it now and not later. Okay. So if there are no other questions, then guys, I think I'm gonna say thank you for showing up today. I'm really happy, and I'm humbled to be talking to you guys and sharing my knowledge. And I hope you guys enjoyed the session.
Money.
And if you did,
Thank you.
yeah,
Okay.
man. So see you when you see me, man. Tomorrow, same place, same time.
Sorry.
A question.
All right,
A
all right.
question.
Yes, yes, Isaac.
Can someone who has not gone through the theory part can join this session? A practical session.
Yes, yes, yes. Remember, we are recording these sessions, so we're gonna upload them to our YouTube channel so that you can send the links on the group, on the WhatsApp group. So if anyone has missed any lesson, they're gonna be recordings, which I'm gonna send to the group immediately after this or tomorrow. So make sure if you missed anything, any part, you're gonna follow up on the recordings. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Fantastic. All right.
Hello. So for
Yes.
before you go, so for the for the slide, we hope we'll be getting it on the WhatsApp group, because I want to ask again the chat you sent about Bitcoin outperforming all other big tech companies. I think I couldn't view it very well. Where was that data gotten from?
Yeah, of course it was from chain analysis. I will
Okay.
send those slides on the group as well. I will.
Okay, so that
Yes.
because when we are making the LinkedIn and the Twitter tweets, so that you can be adding some facts, so to show what we have done.
Fantastic. I will share the slides as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right then, guys. See you when you see me tomorrow. Have a good night. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.